Obviously spoke about this before the series, that there's a good new group of players coming in fresh. You know, the Test guys had would have been a bit of a hangover after a disappointing series, but we trained hard this week and we made sure that we got our energies right for the first game and our intensity. So to put up a performance like that it's really good for me. Really pleasing to see that the things that's important for us, getting wickets with the ball, doing that through the innings, bowling them out, and then very, very convincing with the bat, chasing that down on a wicket that is not as easy as the scoreboard suggested towards the end. Yeah, it was very slow. I mean, you know, Anrich Nortje bowling 145, and the ball's almost not carrying to Quinny there, the keeper. So that's probably the slowest wicket he's bowled on. But you still have to adapt your game. For us, it was, you know, trying to find some momentum early doors. Myself and Quinny try and put them under pressure with a new ball. If you can get ahead of that rate, then you give yourself a bit of breathing room. I find in smallish chases like that, if you start a little bit pensive and conservative, if you lose one or two, then your middle order is under some real pressure. So for us, it's something we want to do well with that in that first 15 overs. Try and take the game on a little bit. Imi will be the first to say he hasn't bowled the best. He hasn't been at his best this season. But all you're looking for someone like that, an experienced player, is you know it's coming. You know it's around the corner for him. And we've been working hard with him in the nets, trying to get his shape of the ball good. And us, you know, through practice this week, he was really good. And today was, as I said in the post-match presentation, that's the Imi of old. That's the Imi that's been winning us games single-handedly for the last 2 seasons. So that's obviously really encouraging for us as a team, because we need him. We need Imran. He's my go-to man in the middle there. So he will have a big part to play in the World Cup. So we need him on top of his game. So it's really good to see that. Hopefully his shape can just build up and up and up towards the competition. Every player goes through a little bit of a dip in performance. He wasn't bowling badly. He was bowling 1 or 2 bad balls and over regularly, which is something he never really does. And he was doing it in stages and in parts, whereas before there was a real consistency about his game. And that is what we saw today. There's a real consistency over his 10 overs. I can't remember 1 bad ball, and that's what we've come to expect of him. So that's really encouraging for us to see regarding him. Yeah, it's runs. It's runs that's important. As long as Quinny is scoring runs, any batter, if he can keep scoring runs, that's for all of us. You know, that will be a big factor in the competition. You know, how in form are your players in the World Cup? How are you relying on 1 or 2, or is there a combination of 3 or 4 players in good form? It's obviously still a little bit of time away, and quite a bit can change. But for the currency is always runs. So if you're scoring runs, hopefully he'll keep continuing that, have a good IPL, and then take it straight into the World Cup, because he is one of our most dangerous players. You know, if you have 3 of our, I suppose, more senior men in the team firing in a tournament like that, then we'll have a really good tournament. If we don't, then we'll be average. And obviously the last 2 years have been good to me, but specifically white ball cricket, I think there's been a good consistency about my game, and also different roles, batting at 3 and 4, trying to challenge myself to grow my game as well a little bit more, to see what suits the team best. So we'll keep exploring a little bit with that. I think what Rassi does bring to the team, he also brings a bit of. He's also a player that, like myself, we can shift through gears and bat in different positions. So it is nice that we have guys like that in our batting lineup that can play different roles. Obviously, I've been batting 4 for the last probably 10, 15 games. Just wanted to have a little crack at number 3 again for this series. But I think we'll probably keep sharing it and just make a call closer or at the end of this 5 games. What will be the top 5 or 6 for that World Cup. Really happy to have Lungi back. I think Lungi brings an element of striking. Although he went for a few runs, maybe it looks like on a scoreboard, consistently Lungi always picks us up a wicket or 2 in his first spell, and that is so crucial. So that wicket-taking capabilities is what I'm looking for in our bowling attack. And obviously, as you can see, most of the time we're playing 4 frontline bowlers, because we are looking for guys to get wickets. So obviously KG, Lungi, Dale at times, or Anrich, and then your all-rounder, and then with Imi, you've got 4 wicket takers there. So it's important for me that they do strike. So today it was pleasing to see that we bowled an opposition out in 40 overs. My message to the team is to try and focus on one game. Over a series you have 5 games, so to look over a series and to say we only need 3 games to win a series, and then you still walk away from the series feeling good about yourself. For me, it's about trying to win every game that we play, and then if it gets to 5-0, brilliant, because that's what you're going to look for in the World Cup. You're not going to have 2 or 3 opportunities against the same team. You're going to get 1 game at them, and you've got to be on it for that day. So, yeah, that will be the goal for us, but certainly not looking that far ahead. It's about being at our best every time that we rock up on every game.